What's going on, guys? My name is Nostalgia FPS, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Advanced Warfare in 2023. So I had Advanced Warfare on Xbox One, but I never got it on PlayStation, and it was recently on sale for about $20 for the digital edition. So I went ahead and picked it up, and I'm kind of going to be doing a review of the multiplayer in the current year for you guys today. So starting out with both a negative and a positive, I was able to find games, but the population is pretty low on PlayStation. I can only imagine it's a lot lower on Steam and Xbox. PlayStation seems to be the most popular platform for Call of Duty. So thankfully I was able to find at least TDM matches around the clock. But if you're looking for anything else, you probably won't find it. Continuing now to the positives, the rank up system is pretty fast and fun. I went from level 1 to probably level 15 in an hour and a half. I know that the early levels usually go faster, but I was really surprised at how fast I was unlocking everything. I think even playing Team Deathmatch, just the XP system is pretty good on here, and if you wanted to advance to the prestiges, you probably wouldn't have too much trouble doing so. The gunplay in the game feels pretty good, especially with like all your weapons maxed. I went ahead and got the Bal 27 maxed out, and it was very good in my opinion. It's probably one of the better guns in COD history, but you can really tell a difference between a weapon that's at level 1 or no attachments compared to stock, quick draw, extended mags, or grip, or all that stuff. So taking the time and leveling your weapons up is fun in Call of Duty, and it's definitely very beneficial in this game in particular. I really like the score streak variants in this game, especially the UAV variants, how it'll like sweep faster, or you'll get like an outline of the enemy player if they're not running assassin or whatever the UAV countering perk is. The Warbird in particular is also pretty fun. It's a little bit short, so you have to like invest in more time, and that costs more score. But in general, the score streaks feel pretty good. Another positive, if you're trying to grind the game in the current year, is that this was the first Call of Duty to have a mastery camo. So the royalty camo is in here. I also think diamond camo, which is like the quote-unquote gold camo for this game, that's pretty good. There is even a gold camo as well, but it's not based on mastering the weapon. It's based on a specific challenge. So you can get gold camo pretty fast, then you can get diamond, and then you can get royalty for the entire set. So I really like those mastery camos. It makes it something to grind for, to have a nice camo on each of your guns. Another thing I thought was really cool was the dynamic map elements. There's some maps that like flood. There's other maps that just like completely close off, and then you have the other half of the map to play. I thought it was pretty neat just to see like some of those ideas that they put in previous CODs, like Black Ops, where there's dynamic elements. I thought it was cool how there were quite a few maps that changed on this game. And then one of the other things for replayability on this game is mastery prestiges. So there's like prestiges 1 through 15, and then you can be Grandmaster for all other prestiges. So I think there's like 30 in total if you want to like be technical about it. I just think it's a really cool system that they have, and it gives you something to play for if this is your favorite Call of Duty game. Kind of moving on to some of the negatives about the game, which I actually don't think are too much of an issue. The advanced movement is a little bit difficult to get used to, and there's no stick and move button layout if you play on console. So you have to basically go into your PlayStation settings and specifically bind what you want for your controller if you're trying to jump with like an analog stick, which I think is kind of lame. But at the same time, if you're really invested in Advanced Warfare, that's probably what you already do already. There might be a setting that I just totally missed, but from my experience looking there, I didn't see one. The movement does feel a little bit more clunky than the other advanced movement CODs, but it wasn't too much of an issue to me. Another issue just with the gameplay itself is hit registration seems to be weird at times. That's pretty common for Sledgehammer games. Hit registration on a game like Modern Warfare 3, which was developed in part by Sledgehammer, it's pretty terrible. So not anything unfamiliar, but also not the best. And then the last kind of negative is DLC weapons and variants are locked behind a paywall. So if you wanted to have the best variant of the Bal 27, you might literally never get it. It's called like the Obsidian Steed or something like that. But then there's also like DLC weapons themselves, like the AK-47 and that kind of stuff. So it's just like a really broken old system of trying to get weapons that I'm not a big fan of. I do prefer this system of prestiges and, you know, classic Call of Duty. Unlike the new stuff where we have seasons and season prestiges, like Advanced Warfare is a classic Call of Duty, and I appreciate what it brings to the table. But the old system of like paying for DLC packs and like trying to use advanced supply drops to get weapons, it's just not my cup of tea. So if you think gambling in games and trying to spend your money to get variants is fun, I think there is a crowd that does enjoy that, but it's just not for me. Anyway, that's going to wrap up my thoughts on Advanced Warfare. You guys should give it a try if you're on PlayStation, if you're on Steam, if you're on Xbox, or if you're trying to do the S1X client. I think that's called. That might be Ghost. I don't know what they're all called. But if you're trying to do the client, I'm sure it's probably more populated than Steam. But yeah, Advanced Warfare is a fun game. I hope it doesn't die out. I know somebody was saying that on Xbox Store they don't sell it anymore, which I think is crazy. But yeah, I think that this game is a good game. It's worth picking up if you get a chance, and don't get rid of your disk drives because big corporations are getting rid of online sales. So hope you guys enjoy the rest of the clips. If I put more clips, if I already did beforehand, then I'll just see you later. Peace.
Our UAV is online. Enemy UAV online. UAV recon standing by. Our UAV is online. Remote turret ready. Friendly missile strikes inbound. The turret has been destroyed. Nice work, Sentinel.